Good evening. This is Jay the Barber, Truth Behind the Chair. I want to say thank you all today for always coming in as my intro all the time. Just thanking you all for just supporting me, being there for me, giving me an ear, listen to the things that I have to bring to you all, the news, the update. But this episode is based upon Kim Porter. Kim Porter would be either the ex-fiance of Sean Diddy Combs, and I'll be sure is her ex, which they fathered a son by each other, and I think his name is Quincy. And I'll be sure just came out recently speaking that he think that Kim Porter was murdered, that he don't think that her instant death of her having pneumonia was the reason for her death. And he spoke about a situation that occurred, and I think the video that came out that showed his truth, the feelings that he expressed at the time of her death, in which he heard that she lost her life. But I'm gonna read this to you, some of the things that he said in his Instagram post, and I'll get back with you on more commentary. But at least, I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP's, aka Kim Porter's murder, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell Martin, and Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay. Did I hear the news? I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son's Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix. And she was in fantastic health, as well laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. Now, with him saying, with them exchanging a mutual exchange at the Netflix Christmas, you wonder what type of mutual exchange, the words that were exchanged between them at that Netflix Christmas, based upon after I'll Be Sure left, Kim Porter was probably, I think, murdered soon after. And also, I don't know if you all have heard of Gene Deal, but Gene Deal is the ex-bodyguard of Puffy, the one that actually pulled Notorious Big out the car when he was shot in Los Angeles. And you can go to his show and he can validate the relationship that Kim Porter and Puffy had, because he was matter of fact, he was one of the ones that would take Puffy from place to place and meet up with Kim in certain places, because he spoke of one incident that Puffy had left a party around the wee hours of the morning. As soon as he left the party, he would check up on Kim, and if she wasn't at home, he would call the babysitter, and the babysitter would let him know where Kim was. And Gene said that this girl had some type of power over him, because out of all the girls that he may have dealt with, that he did deal with, that she was one of the ones that, he was a loose cannon over. And one time he said that they was together, Puffy and Kim, and Puffy was jumping on this girl so much that finally she got tired of it, and she had a corkscrew, the corkscrew that you screw wine bottles off the cork, and she stabbed him with him and stabbed him across his wrist real good, because she was fed up with the abuse that, he was bringing her way. And as I think about it, when I heard that her passing, that she did pass away, that's the first thing I thought about, was some of the things that Gene was mentioning, that in, his day-to-day scheduling that he had to deal with him, that some of the things that he was mentioning that was going on in their relationship, and some of the encounters that they was having. in their relationship. And he said himself, Gene, the bodyguard, Puff Daddy's his bodyguard, said that this young lady had something over him that was like none other. And another thing too, Puffy, I would think, he has a real strong problem with, dating women that, his friends have dealt with, because this is another story from Gene Deal, that Puffy used to talk to this girl named Sarah that was in love with Tupac. And he ended up having a baby by her, Puffy that is. And she had dealt with Pop before she dealt with Puffy, so I kind of felt like Puffy probably used that in a sense to get back at Pop, as if like, our brothers is, they feel like a way of getting to a man's heart is, talking to their ex or whatever. And I noticed, out of that situation, that hearing Gene say that he did that to Pop, and seeing how he probably went behind I'll Be Sure back and started dating Kim. And, also, they said that, Kim had a nose problem, if you know what I mean when I say a nose problem. And I'm pretty sure, Puff was probably getting that stuff for her, to even accommodate her in her drug habit that, allegedly that they said that she had at the time. Well, I really think that her death was not just something that just occurred from her having a pneumonia. I feel as if, just my opinion, that, Puffy had something to do with that, because they say he was in the house at the time that she passed away. So that's just that's strange there, And with the conversation that I'll Be Sure said that him and Puffy had at the Netflix Christmas, who's to say that it wasn't a heated conversation? Something Puffy may have, told him in the sense that, before I even let her think about getting back with you, I kill her. And, who knows what was said. But shout out to Kim Porter, shout out to her family. I think it's probably been a year. And also, one thing too Puffy did that was kind of crazy is that I think on her year, her being passed for a whole year, he had a shirt on that had her on the cross on his shirt. And I was like, wow, that's kind of strange. Why you want to, put her out there like that? And then who knows, Puffy have sold his soul. I mean, this young man has sold his soul to these people, because if you have heard some of the things that I've heard from Gene Deal about Puffy, man, you'll be like, wow. I mean, like, straight up, wow. And if you want to get more about Puffy, go to Gene Deal's show. And Gene will put you up on, this young man's history, his fuck-ups, and a lot of other things that Gene can enlighten you about. So this is another segment of Jada Barber, Truth Behind the Chair. I just want to send a special shout out to Kim Porter and her family, and I'll Be Sure, I know you miss her, because you still got a son that you have to attend to that you all had. And on that note, peace out. And if you want to support me and continue to support my podcast and the info that I'm bringing to you, you can go to $Jada Barber 48. $J the Barber 48. And on that note, you all be safe. I get back with you with another episode. Until then, be safe. Love you all. Peace.